Constitutional crisis in the making. Hola, mi gente. Hello, everyone. My name is Jannette, and this is When the Shift Hits. You keep hearing the words constitutional crisis, but what does that actually mean? A constitutional crisis means that the rules of the system are being broken or ignored without consequence. The US system of government is built around the idea that three co-equal branches of government place checks and balances on each other. And while our government hasn't collapsed just yet, the president is doing everything he can to test the limits of each branch in what seems an effort to consolidate all power to the executive branch. Here are the three signs. Sign number one, elected officials openly defy court orders or refuse to accept electoral results. Well, we saw that refusal to accept electoral results in 2020, and we've seen it recently in Wisconsin with a judge race. Another example of this is the president playing games with the life of an illegally deported man sent to a prison camp in El Salvador, although Judge Zinnes was very clear in ordering the administration to not deport him. The administration did it anyway. And then when the judge demanded that the man be returned to the United States, the administration appealed it all the way to the Supreme Court, who, by the way, sided with the judge, but left a small opening for ambiguity. But please take note that this has happened despite the fact that the White House admitted at the very beginning of this scandal that supposedly he was sent to El Salvador as an administrative error. So instead of correcting the error, if that were the case, they have doubled down and tripled down on trying to make false accusations about this man. They're doctoring photos, pretending that he's got a tattoo that says MS-13 or something like that. It's just literally insane what they're doing. And so to this day, the president refuses to bring the wrongfully detained man back under the premise that he has no jurisdiction in El Salvador. Well, he doesn't need jurisdiction. He sent them to El Salvador. He is paying them to retain these people. So all he has to do is make a phone call and bring this man back. This is pretty open defiance of a court order. Now, sign number two, laws are being rewritten or overturned to serve one party or one person. Roe v. Wade was the law of the land for 50 years. And although the last three Republican Supreme Court justices stated under oath during their confirmation hearings that Roe v. Wade was established precedent, it was the law of the land, and it was going nowhere, once they were seated, they repealed this law. And this is despite the majority of Americans being in favor of it. Sign number three, the balance of power between the executive, legislative, and judicial branches is being eroded. The Republican Congress just recently passed a continuing resolution that abdicates some of their legislative powers to the president. Now, here's the call to action. These are very disturbing news, but there's something that we can do about it. So share this video with someone who still says, it's not that serious. Also, call your representatives. It is important that we let them know that abdicating their legislative power to the president goes against the constitutional government framework established by the founders. The three branches of government are co-equal, and it must remain that way. Okay, so finally, we have called out the issue, we have shared this information, and we have a plan to take action by calling our representatives. So now it's time to self-regulate and just calm ourselves down and ground ourselves. So here's a mantra. Truth isn't supposed to paralyze you. It's supposed to wake you up. And waking up is sacred. Until the next time, my name is Jannette, and this is When the Shift Hits, and you are the shift. Because when you shift, so does everything around you.